What is going on, guys? Cinema World from Cinema World here, back with another tier list. It has been a while since I've done an actual tier list for you all, honestly. Again, maybe you just wanted to do other videos or just timing, whatever later, but I'm back with another tier list for you all today. And for this tier list, I'm going to be doing one based on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, I did do like a rank like 6 months ago when Guardians 3 came out, but of course we have a couple more movies since then. And I did actually rewatch the entire MCU, and even rewatched the shows earlier this year. And my opinion definitely changed on some of those shows, so why not do a tier list where basically I'm going to rank all the MCU movies along with the recent Marvels and Loki season 2, and of course rank all the TV shows as well. And I'm also going to add the Iron shorts. I'm also going to add the 2 specials, Werewolf at Night and Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which is a total of 46 movies and shows and specials to rank in this tier list. I was thinking of doing this for a bit, honestly, and I thought this would be a perfect way to bring back the tier list stuff on my channel. And I do have a few other tier lists I have for y'all today, so I hope you'll enjoy that. I would definitely know your tier, how would you rank all these shows down below. I will leave a template down below in the description if you guys want to do your own tier list on this, so let me know yours down below in the comment section. So, enough beer and bush, let's rank the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is my tier list on all the MCU stuff. This is basically what my tiers are going to be like. We have like worst of the MCU, which of course I think is bottom of the barrel of the MCU. We got mixed bag, which is basically self-explanatory. Honestly, from like the Galaxy Plus, decently something like films that obviously aren't bad but aren't that great either. Good job, films that are flawed but still very enjoyable. Great fight, it's just the A to A minus tier, which are films that are great and amazing. High stakes are films I'll give like 100 to, a film that I think are incredible. And then we got the super cape tier. The super cape tier, which is basically the tier that's basically going to, sorry. And this basically is the tier that's going to be based on my top 10 of the MCU. The top 10 of all these shows and movies. Again, we got 46 to rank, so hope you all enjoy this tier list today. Got all of them over here, so let's get it started. First off, we have the original Iron Man. Crazy this film was released 15 years ago. Why is time going? Okay, why is time going by so fast? Like seriously, why in the fucking hell time? You know, that's a story for another day. But Iron Man is definitely going in the high stakes category. Yeah, it's going in the high stakes category. Honestly, this film I think has gotten better over time, especially with more recent MCU stuff, and it basically was the catalyst for the MCU, and it's kicked off this universe, and there's a reason why the film was a hit 15 years ago, honestly, because, yeah, it took an obscure character, and it made it beloved. Robert Downey Jr. was fantastic, and we did Jeff Bridges, even Terrence Howard was great. Again, you still get some very emotional, iconic scenes from this movie alone. Again, it definitely feels like a little more low stakes and a little more generic than later MCU movies, but and there's a reason why Iron Man is still beloved. People still consider Iron Man to be one of the best MCU movies, and it's a good reason. Because it is. Then we have the Incredible Hulk, the black sheep of the MCU. I feel like a lot of people, I probably enjoy playing more than most people. I would still put it in a good job tier, honestly, because I'm saying don't think the pacing has the best pace in the world. I wish it explored some aspects a bit more. I'm not huge on Liv Tyler's character in the movie. But what it does do pretty well. I think Aaron Norman was great in the role. I thought it had some pretty solid action. The final fight is still one of the best action sequences in the entire MCU. And overall still has a pretty good story throughout. It doesn't really have the best pacing in the world, honestly, which is what makes it not the most rewatchable MCU movie. But overall, I'd say it's still pretty good. Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 is going in the good job category. Yes, I always enjoyed Iron Man 2. Again, it's obviously like a big downgrade. I probably would put it in like the B tier, honestly, but Iron Man 2 I think is a really solid movie. Again, obviously it has the issues of them still trying to figure out the MCU, still trying to figure out the growing pains and all the setups it does, the fact that Whiplash is an unwilling villain. Honestly, just Hammer is a really good film that don't never utilize very well after this movie. Like, seriously. And you get some pretty questionable moments throughout. It's not paced very well, and everything like that. But overall, I still enjoy it, honestly. Again, I still enjoy the back and forth on the characters, the arc that's Tony goes throughout the movie, the little nice nods they end up come back in later movies. The action's still pretty well done. The stuff is a pretty solid here. Again, it's not paced the best, and it definitely struggles with again trying to still figure out what it's trying to do the MCU and all the all the setups and everything. But as a whole, I still really enjoy this movie. Yeah, obviously it's probably bottom tier, one of the lower tier of the MCU movies, but I can get it worse. Then we have the original four. Now this one I've always really enjoyed. I always thought it would be one of the more underrated films in the MCU, and I'm putting it in the great fight category, in the great fight tier. Right. I mean, yeah, sure, Darcy is kind of annoying, and sure, the Dark Angles are pretty annoying, and I wish I could spend a little more time on Asgard. But again, I really like the fish out of water aspect here. Quinn's Apple is great here. Tom Hiddleston was just phenomenal in his first appearance as Loki. I like the the world building we do get here. I like Jane Foster and like the back and forth door throughout the movie. The action when it's there is super well done. The visuals are still great. Brandon does a great job directing it. And it's a very interesting story, but Thor does go through a good arc throughout the movie. Again, I've always enjoyed this movie. I've always liked this movie. I think it's definitely on the more underrated aspect of the MCU, while obviously not like top tier. The film I do enjoy coming back to. And I would say the same thing with Captain America: The First Avenger, which I am also pretty great idea. Like honestly, if it wasn't for that Red Skull ended up being underwhelming as a villain, First Avenger probably would have been the highest stakes tier, honestly. Aside from that, this movie is fantastic. It's hilarious, corny, cheesy, but in the best possible ways. It really builds a Captain America and makes him a really interesting character and the story when he goes through. Chris Evans does a great job portraying this character. Does course his romance with Peggy Carter, which is still the best romance in the MCU for good reason. Again, it's very cheesy and very like cheesy out there, and a little patriotic, but it kind of knows it and embraces it. The action is fantastic. The back and forth is great. Has one of the most emotional endings in any MCU movie. It's a film that just puts a big grin on my face. And now we have The Avengers. The Avengers! Yeah, people tend to forget that this was a huge deal when this film came out. Like, a huge deal when The Avengers came out, so... And... Yeah, I'm putting it in Super Kid category. Again, this is basically based on what they call the top 10 best MCU movies and shows, and The Avengers, it's still in top 10. Like, what do you say about? I mean, it's really some people actually kind of gone down the movie and these movies because like the huge stakes that the other MCU movies has done, honestly. But I still have a great time with The Avengers. It's still one of the most people watching movies in the MCU for good reason. The back and forth between the team, how it really builds upon each other, how they really end up working together to basically save the world from Loki, who is also great here as well. Well, the action's still great. The back and forth with a lot of the characters. It's humorous, hilarious, fun. It's a popcorn blockbuster, but in the best possible ways. Yeah, this was a huge deal 11 years later, and it still holds up, in my opinion. And then we got Iron Man 3, another film people consider to be the black sheep of the MCU. And I'm putting in, which Iron Man going to be? It is going in the great fight category. It's but yeah, Iron Man 3 is going in the great fight category. Again, this is one of those films I appreciate the more I watch it. The more I watch Iron Man 3, the more I absolutely appreciate it. And the more I just absolutely love what it goes for and what it delivers. Again, I'm someone that doesn't mind the man twist, honestly, and because I'm not familiar with the character, honestly, so maybe I wasn't exalted, but honestly, I still like it, honestly. And again, it's not like the Fifth I think the villain's the only reason why this film's not higher on this tier list. But I like the emotions that Tony goes through the movie, the arc that he goes through. You feel that Shane Black emphasis that he is known for his other movies. And you really do feel it here. The directing is fantastic. Definitely is one of the best directed movies in the MCU. I like Tony's relationship with the kid throughout the movie. The actions are great. The emotions, the tension, just wonderful. Again, the villain's the only reason why it's not higher, but again, I definitely do not enjoy it. Then we have Thor: The Dark World. And I have to so many watches, I can say that it's now in the mixed bag category. Cause I would actually put in like near the bottom of the good job category or the decently something category. But after this rewatch, it's fine. Honestly, it's not terrible, but there's a reason why people consider Thor: Dark World to be the most underwhelming or mediocre movie of the MCU. It's just not that fun or interesting of a movie. Movie again, we do see more Asgard here, so I'll give it that. And you do get some fun action set pieces, you do get some fun moments, like everything from Thor and Loki, I thought was fantastic. The movie is just kind of dull points, the villain's the worst of the MCU still, and Malekith. Okay, I didn't like some of the story directions. Darcy is probably the most annoying MCU character. And like, why did they decide to focus on him so much, I have no idea. And overall, it's a film that one of the MCU projects I'm lucky less to rewatch when I do my marathons now. Now we have Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is without doubtedly going in the Super Cape category, the film that made everyone take Captain America seriously, and it's definitely a film that changed the MCU for a lot of reasons. Again, it's one of the most tense spy thrillers of the MCU. It's one of those films that doesn't really feel like an MCU movie, it doesn't feel like a superhero movie. And for good reason. The spy aspects are great, the astronaut aspects are fantastic, Captain America is great, I like Black Widow throughout the movie, I like what they did with Nick Fury here, and Bucky, and the whole fight between him and Bucky is still one of the best action set pieces of the entire MCU, and probably one of the best moments of the MCU. Like that whole fight between like Captain Bucky and the final battle is just amazing, but you also get that elevator scene, you see the highway sequence, and you also get some pretty emotional moments throughout the movie as well. It's a film that it's so endlessly fun and rewatchable. And I'll say the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy, which is also going in the Super Kid category. I'll also put this in the top 10 of the MCU. Again, the start of what is arguably one of the best franchises, in my opinion, of the MCU. While this, of course, did set the tone for basically a lot of these films being more comical, being more like goofy, and all that stuff, which is a tone that the MCU has embraced, for better or for worse. But for me, Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, is still fantastic. Honestly, it's still one of the most rewatchable movies of the MCU, where James Gunn basically takes a group of people that nobody knew about, and they end up making them iconic characters just like that. And that's James Gunn for you. That is James Gunn for you. He definitely delivers all the greatness with these characters, and setting up all great things to come for these characters. It's just so fun and watchable. The soundtrack is great. It's definitely one of the biggest surprises of these movies. And now we get to Avengers: Age of Ultron. Avengers: Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron. And I'm putting Age of Ultron in the great fight category. Yeah, I've always loved Age of Ultron, honestly. It's not the weakest of the Avengers movies, and it does have its issues. But it's one of those things where the highs really outweigh the negatives, honestly. Again, do I wish Ultron was a bit more menacing of character? Yeah. Do I wish that we did a lot of that sub stuff from future projects? Yep. And do I wish that the Black Widow romance didn't exist? Oh, definitely. But again, the action sequences are somehow even more bombastic than the first one. That Hulkbuster fight, one of those scenes that lives right through my head. Honestly, like, oh my god, that sequence is just incredible. Even the final battle's great. I like how they introduce Scarlet Witch here and they make her a very interesting character. Didn't like what they did Quicksilver. I would also say I didn't like what they did Quicksilver, but being a franchise where they kind of have like all these figure deaths, they really end up killing characters introduced in this movie. Which, why? But well, the film is just fun, bombastic, has so many memorable characters, many memorable moments. Again, the whole visual introduction, the whole Thor Hammer thing, like, again, more scenes that live right in my head. Again, George Wan definitely has some of the best moments of the MCU. It might not be a top tier movie because of those issues I mentioned, but I think it's another film that many people it's also pretty underappreciated. And now we get to Ant-Man. Ant-Man. And it's going in the great fight category. A very simple movie, a simple heist movie, but it's a superhero movie that makes the heist stuff stand out a lot more. Paul Rudd is great as the role. Michael Douglas, Vince Lee are great in their roles as characters. I like the small stakes they go through here, honestly, like the little small stakes, but they do a great job making you care about these characters. It definitely feels a little formulaic of the MCU, and it's fortunate to know what happened to the whole Edgar Wright thing, where he was supposed to direct it, but it didn't end up happening. We still got a pretty fun movie that has some pretty charming moments, some really nice back and forths, and some really solid character development. Again, the film also is not that great, honestly, and maybe it has some pacing issues, and maybe it's all human doesn't land, but as a whole, Ant-Man, still pretty much fun and not a very watchable movie. Now we get to day 3, Captain America: Civil War. Of course, it's going into the category. Still one of the best MCU movies. Again, I was so obsessed with this movie when it came out, and it was actually the first Blu-ray I ever bought, actually. So this is a film that really does hold a special place in my heart, honestly. Honestly, it's definitely the best of the Captain America movies, and it's still one of the best MCU movies, where basically they base these two sides getting shown. Again, there's still a lot of people that debate whether or not, Iron Man or Tony Stark is in the right or in the wrong. People still debate that to this very day, might I add. To this very day, people still debate that. But Civil War, fantastic. Has some best stakes of the MCU, some emotion of the MCU. The way it introduces Black Panther and Spider-Man, I thought was fantastic. The airport sequences and the whole Tony, Bucky, and Cap fight is also fantastic. The way the story influenced the route was great. Again, before Daniels, I think it's supposed to, in my opinion, the best MCU film that we have gotten. All around, it's a film that I just love coming back to. Doctor Strange. A film that I've been kind of up and down about how I should feel about it after I first watched it. But for now, I think I'll put in a good job category. Like, this is definitely the film where you really do feel the formula of the MCU. Where it's a film that you feel the formula of the origin story and the characters and the humor and everything like that. The only thing that makes it stand out is, of course, obviously, the visual effects. The visual effects, which are still some of the best of the MCU, and how it feels like an exception, how it feels like how it does all that stuff is fantastic. Benedict Cumberbatch is great in the role, honestly. The whole Dormant sequence that was fantastic. Again, it's a film we really do feel the form of the most on the human lands, and Matt Mickelson was kind of underwhelming as a villain, honestly. Honestly, maybe feels kind of rushed in a couple areas, but overall, again, I still do enjoy Doctor Strange. I still do enjoy this movie. We'll never come back to it, but it's a movie that I was once super high on, but I think it's gotten a lot down on my recent rewatches, but it's a film I still enjoy. I still enjoy Doctor Strange. But now we get to a film that I definitely have gotten a huge on since my multiple rewatches, and that's Guardians Volume 2, which a lot of people I know seem to really hate, but I've always liked it. But I think after Volume 3 and also multiple rewatches, I've grown to appreciate Volume 2 so much more. I think after the events of Volume 3, it definitely rose up. So, yeah, screw it, I'm putting it in the super hit category as well. It's definitely rose up into my top 10. So again, it definitely is the weakest of the 3 movies, but it's a film I still do really enjoy. It's one I think it's paced pretty well. I think Eagle's a really underrated villain. I like a lot of back and forth between the Guardians and how and all the humor stuff and all there's a lot more certain characters like the Nebula and Yondu. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That also sees me, and he's on with the humor and the emotional storytelling and the heart of the original movie. Well, yeah, it's a little more mean-spirited. I really didn't mind that. And the way this one builds on the movie is just great. So yeah, I love Volume 2. The weakest of the 3 movies, but still an emotionally satisfying movie. And now we have Spider-Man: Homecoming. The first of 3 Spider-Man movies of the MCU. And I'm putting this also in the great fan category. I've always loved Homecoming. I got to see this. I remember getting to see this movie on an early screening actually in 2017. Again, time go by so yeah. That's stuff for another day. But yeah, I think Homecoming's still great, honestly. It's definitely just one of the more simple MCU movies, but that's what makes it stand out. Again, it's basically like a John Hughes movie, but in the MCU. I do like the arc that Tom Holland goes through here, honestly. I never get a lot of the hate of Tom Holland gets in these movies, honestly. It's not just me, right? But yeah. I think Tom Holland's great here, Zendaya's great, the guy who played Ned was great, Mr. Tomei was great, Michael Keaton easily steals the show as the Vulture. I like a lot of the simple Spider-Man stuff goes through, and the action is still fun for how simple it is. It's very humorous, hilarious, charming, and a lot of times I just have a big grin on my face when I watch it. And it tells a lot of the great power, great possibility for Spider-Man and what he's still growing as a character. Again, am I the only one that never get the hate for? Sorry, but am I the only one that never get the hate for when they grow to put on Spider-Man? Like, I know you get some haters, but am I the only one that never got that, honestly? Not just me, please. Please. But yeah, I love Homecoming. And then we have Thor Ragnarok, which is another film that's going in the high stakes category. Yeah, it's going in the high stakes category. Of course, not quite on top 10 level, but Thor Ragnarok is still one of those rewatchable movies at the MCU. I love every second of this movie. It's by landslide the best Thor movie. A film that's definitely debated the funniest movie of the MCU. A film that always puts a big grin on my face whenever I watch it. Yeah, again, a film that really, so they finally got these characters. What they go to is definitely the best use of Hulk in the MCU so far. And then, like, it's been to a Thor from the movie. Jeff Goldblum is great. Tessa Thompson is great. I even like Kate Blanchett's Hela. Humor's fantastic. Loki's still great. Like, it's humorous, hilarious, but still heartfelt and emotional. The Taika do really know that balance, which definitely failed in Love Thunder, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I've always loved Ragnarok. Black Panther. Another film not really in the great category. Again, another film where basically if it wasn't for the CGI being like terrible in some places, this one would have been in the high stakes category. So you know, this is one of the more emotional movies of the MCU. It's one that really touches on the heartstrings. It really tells some very serious and emotional stuff and mature stuff that you want to expect from the MCU at this point. But Black Panther definitely delivers on a lot of great fronts. And the characters are still great. The back and forth between all the characters are great. Again, Chadwick Boseman, Rest in Peace is great. Again, a lot of supporting characters have a lot of great time to shine. Michael B. Jordan is still one of the best villains of the MCU with Killmonger. The action is definitely still great. Again, the emotions are still really well done. And the way he highlights the themes that he goes through is great. Yeah, not best picture worthy, but still a great movie. Avengers Infinity War. Infinity War. How dare you? I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course it's going in the superhero category. I love Infinity War. Infinity War, again, the culmination of 10 years of the Infinity Saga, and how it's able to balance so many characters is insane. The Russo brothers I always give so much credit for having that great balance. This is also easily Thanos' movie, and this cements him as the best MCU villain. Like, the way they develop throughout the movie, the way they explore who he is as a character, which I think we're all kind of nervous about, but I definitely loved what we did with Thanos throughout the movie, and what they handled with his character throughout. Again, the way it sometimes go back and forth with so many characters, it's able to balance them out is freaking amazing. The emotions, the heart, the action set pieces, the actual snap, like, what more than you said Infinity War hasn't really been said. So yeah, Infinity War, still amazing. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Considering this is also counts for Infinity War, I'm also putting this in the great fight category. I probably prefer the original just a bit more, but I think Ant-Man and Wasp are kind of growing a little bit on me, honestly. I think Ghost is actually a pretty underrated villain here. I just think the pacing's definitely been off in some places. I mean, some of the humor, some of it comes to like, that doesn't really make much sense, but overall, it's kind of what you expect from the original movie, honestly, where also it's kind of still deal a lot more with the consequences and what happened in Civil War. I like the relationship with Cassie throughout the movie. I like a lot of back and forth with all the characters, and even the new characters we see here are great as well. Well, the costumes are still pretty well done. It's pretty much what you expect, just obviously Rob's getting a lot more screen time, and she definitely delivers here as well. And I like her back and forth with Paul Rudd throughout the movie. Just a very great and charming movie. Then we have Captain Marvel. One of the MCU movies that I honestly have watched the least, honestly. And this video is kind of confirmed it because I'm putting it in the D list on category. And no, I'm not a man, I'm not a woman here. I'm not a, because it's what it always seems to be a thing with you hate female superhero movies that you're just a man hater, that you're just a women hater, that you hate women. Women, because like, oh, it's because all men that hate the women being with a man, people praise them. Like, one of the main reasons why people really, at the time, get that's sort of another day. Well, honestly, why people are just not, kind of just not wanting to talk about films anymore because of that type of stuff. But yeah. But yeah, Captain Marvel, it's decent, honestly. It's another film like, that's just generic and feels like a film that should just been in Phase 1, honestly. I mean, everything else is fine, Nick Fury is good, the action is fine, it's kind of forgettable, honestly. Not much I'm gonna say about it. I always say I hate the post-credit scene involving Nick Fury's eyes, so... Sorry, there's not much I can really say about Captain Marvel. But then there's Avengers Endgame, which is, of course, going in the super category. I'm just gonna say that way, Endgame I still think is the best movie in the MCU. I think the only problem I have with Endgame is that I don't think any MCU movie's gonna top it for me. I think they could try, but I don't think any MCU movie's gonna ever top this movie for me. It's an amazing 3-hour epic that I always love coming back to. It's truly emotional, real, incredible. It has one of the best final battle in recent film history. Some of the most nerdgasm, fan service deserving moments ever. Also, there's definitely a reason why people think they should end it after Endgame, or they should end the MCU after Endgame, and I'm just gonna try to break some of these movies. While I definitely enjoy some of this stuff, I can definitely see where it's coming from. But yeah, Endgame, I fucking love it. It's actually not my favorite superhero movie of all time. Yes, I am dead serious. Now we get to the end, Phase 3, Spider-Man Far From Home, which is also going in the Great 5 category. I love Far From Home, honestly. I think it's a tad bit better than Homecoming, honestly. Again, it's definitely almost up for a bit, but I think I enjoy it a bit better. You know, it has some really cringy moments and some, maybe a couple things that might not make much sense, honestly, but I still like a lot of the human stuff here. I like a lot of what he has with the Dale's character MJ throughout the movie. I actually really love Mysterio as Jake Gyllenhaal. I know, like Nick Fury's presence throughout the movie. The humor is still great. Back and forth, a lot of characters. Some kids got a lot more time to shine. He's the best thing we've seen of Jon Favreau's happy throughout the movie, especially with his joke of him wanting to bang Aunt May. Like, that stuff's always hilarious. And of course, that post-credit scene, which left the No Way Home, which we'll definitely get to, but Far From Home, fantastic. Get to Phase 4, what people consider to be the true downfall of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and while I will say I probably enjoyed some of this MCU stuff, probably more than most, even I can admit that, yeah, maybe they probably should have ended at some point. Even I can admit that. Like I said, I think we watched all the shows, honestly, and some have, and I will say, some of my opinions gone up, and there's some of my opinions actually gone down, honestly. Maybe it could have just like, I rewatched them, or just time passed by, or whatever, but yeah. Man, let's get into WandaVision. WandaVision. WandaVision going in the great category. Again, I still think this is a great show, honestly. That's very unique for the MCU. I don't think that Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany give their best performance as these characters. It definitely has great interesting mystery, and how Emily's sitcoms, that was actually pretty nice and interesting. The storytelling is pretty interesting. They actually made Darcy a not annoying character here, so plus that. Honestly, the mystery is definitely great here as well. The family aspect is great, and the music that's here is great. Again, you get some pretty emotional scenes, like especially one scene. It's probably one of the most emotional scenes in the MCU, in my opinion. I can't feel you. I will say that honestly, it's one of those things where once you know what happens, it definitely is less interesting, honestly, and I don't say the finale doesn't really stick the landing, honestly, in terms of certain aspects, but overall, I still like WandaVision. Then we get the first true movie, and that is Black Widow. Black Widow. And it's a weird one to talk about, so I wasn't sure where I was gonna put this one on sleep, so I'm gonna put it in. I'm actually putting in the good job category. It's one of those movies that they came like 5 years too late, honestly. I think all agree this probably shouldn't release before. I'm seeing what happened to after this character in that game, but I mean, it's still a pretty good movie, honestly. I still definitely enjoyed the thrills and the different spy aspects of it. And Scarlett Johansson is great here. I think Florence Pugh and David Harbour are fantastic, and their characters are amazing. Everything to do with them and Thunderbolt and the later MCU projects throughout, honestly. Again, those kind of falter a little bit up there, like with the CGI and the action, and Taskmaster is a huge waste, and honestly, I've always not like Taskmaster, but after more finding out what this character actually is, it's like, damn, talk about a waste of a villain. Like, oh my god. Overall, it's a pretty good movie overall. I definitely don't think it's as bad as some make out to be, but I can't really could have been so much better. Now we have, speaking of so much, could have been so much better, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. A show that based out as one of the MCU shows I was excited for the most, and it ended up being one of the most disappointing, honestly. And not the last disappointing show you see on this list. Spoilers, by the way. So yeah, I'm putting this in the decently something category. Honestly, I was definitely a little. Again, my rating definitely got down. It probably would have been a good job category, but this rewatch made like a lot less, honestly. It's a show that I think had a first couple good episodes, but then kind of falls apart a little bit with the weird story directions it goes for, and the having some political stuff, and the weird story directions it goes for, with Falcon and Bucky, and the twists and everything, and the recasting and everything. Again, there's still enough fun, enough enjoyment in the backstory between Falcon and Bucky to, well, I can still watch the show. It's just one of those things where I think the story really falls apart, and it really is damn this show, in my opinion. Don't think it's bad, but again, comes so much better. Now we got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Nope. Yep, I'm pretty high stakes here. I love Shang-Chi, honestly. The martial action I think is great, the action is great, the characters are really well done, the exploration, the world building of this whole the Ten Rings thing that was fantastic. The action is great, and the new characters introduced and how it ties the MCU, that was pretty well done. The humor was kind of typical MCU fare, but I thought it was definitely one of the more funny movies of the MCU. I think the Mandarin is one of the best villains that we've gotten out of the MCU so far. He's definitely one of the more human MCU characters that I really enjoy. And overall, I feel that just was a great time and put a big on my face. Now we have Loki Season 1. Loki Season 1. I'm all about Loki Season 1 in the high stakes. Yeah. One of the shows that I think all can agree we were very skeptical about, but Loki ended up really surprising me, honestly. And well, yeah, it has some stuff that in some ways kind of break the MCU in some ways, but I like how a show that probably could have been just a cheap show and have Loki doing the same things again. I like how it went into more of a different direction. And it gives Tom Hiddleston some of the best skill he has given. He has been some great stuff throughout this universe, so that's saying something. I do like the whole world building of the TV and everything. Doing a lot of supporting characters, especially Richard Morbius played by Owen Wilson. But his back with Loki, that was fantastic and the hard to show. I like the directions to go for, how he chose Loki as a character. I like the action, the humor, the emotion that's added here. Just wow. Again, definitely. And this is, I think, all the shows. Loki's Prime Pain is still the best. And season 2, spoiler by way, symbolize that. Eternals. Oh, Eternals. Again. Eternals. It's going to get the beat. It's going to get the good job category. Sorry. Yeah, Eternals I still enjoyed, honestly. It's definitely going to be one of the MCU projects I'm going to rewatch the least, honestly. And of course, I'm still talking about that movie probably should have been a TV show or miniseries than an actual movie, considering all the stuff it has to establish and everything and all that jazz. Like, and while it does have good performances, definitely it's the best looking MCU movie. Don't have some great moments throughout. It's a movie that honestly just feels kind of empty because they don't do a great job developing certain things in the characters. Again, if it was a TV show, it probably would be much better, but, well, she wasn't. Now we get to season 1 on What If. And season 9, unfortunately, I definitely gone down a little bit also, but I still really enjoyed enough to where I put it in the good job category. So I think some episodes are good, some episodes not so good, honestly. Like, I never was a fan of that whole final 2 episodes, so it was like, why are they trying to tie it together in some way, and have these, why? Honestly, but it does some good episodes. I definitely don't mind the standouts are probably the Adventures one, the T'Challa one, and of course, easily Doctor Strange one, the standouts. I definitely don't mind the zombie ones, honestly. Even the Killmonger one I really enjoyed. The others are just take or leave type of thing, so all that balances out to why I think it's best suited to be in the good job category. Next we have Spider-Man No Way Home, and we now have another movie that's going in the super kid category. And yeah, I know this Harper's movie has definitely died down ever since, what happens in the MCU, and also this is one of those films that it was super high when it came out, but people are just like, really? Is it still that good? Yeah, I think No Way Home is still good. I think I think No Way Home is still amazing. I think it's honestly the best spy movie we've gotten. Yes, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Like, I told me a lot, so I don't think I can say anymore. But No Way Home is fantastic. The way you use the multiverse aspect that was great. The way it brings me to that Spider-Man that was great. And using nostalgia and fan service in a good way. It makes Homecoming Far Home so much better. And the ending and some moments that happen are probably some of the most emotional moments in the entire MCU. So yeah, while the MCU has definitely gone down in some areas, No Way Home definitely proves that, hey, we can shoot out a great movie. Now we get to Hawkeye. Hawkeye, which is another show that's going in the high stakes category. Again, it's still the most simple MCU show on this list, but that's kind of what makes it stand out. Honestly, too, I kind of wish a lot of these shows were more like this. Just shows that don't feel like they had to go for the hugest, grinded scale, but shows that are just very simple. And that's kind of what the MCU started as, and it's kind of why it was so good in the first place. But I like to make Hawkeye to start here. I like Kate Bishop as the role. I like how they use Elena in the show. I like it has fun, good action set pieces, some really hilarious moments, some nice back and forth. And I didn't mind the Brian Kingpin here, so overall, I like the show and I can't wait to do these characters in other MCU projects. Then we have to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Another one of those things where I think people really have gone down this movie since its release, so a lot of people really hate it. And I'm sure we're still coming. I actually enjoyed this movie, so I'm putting it in the Great Fight category. Again, it's definitely just go for the whole Multiverse of Madness stuff that, I was advertised that, but I think people were really too fixated on that and were too hyper on that to where I think it really affected their disappointment hype level. People went to this movie expecting another No Way Home, including got some cameos here, but it definitely is not No Way Home. Honestly, I'm kind of glad it didn't go that route. Well, yeah, the pacing can be dry at times. I'm still not sure how I feel about American Chavez's character. Let's have some very weird moments and don't go for the craziness that you would expect me like this to go for. But like with first Doctor Strange, the visual effects are fantastic. Doctor Strange's arc is really compelling throughout the movie. The back and forth between all the characters are great. Scarlet Witch is fantastic. I don't really understand why people don't like Scarlet Witch's movie. I just get a lot of hate, and I don't understand that, by the way. I think it's definitely the best part of this movie. I like a lot of back and forth between all the characters, the arcs these characters go through, the visuals, the action. It's just all around a great time. Again, seeing Sam Raimi do his aura stuff in the MCU, it's pretty exciting stuff. Now we get to Moon Knight, which I am also putting in the Great Fight category. I still love Moon Knight, honestly. Well, it can get a bit silly in the last couple episodes of the show, especially in the finale. Although I still do enjoy the different take it does on the show. I enjoy the different themes it goes for. I support the different aspects it goes for. I like the villain played by Ethan Hawke. I was going to continue to prove why he's one of the best actors working today. How he's able to balance a lot of these personalities. The visuals are great. It goes with some themes that you wouldn't expect that MCU should go for. And well, it definitely did dip a bit, honestly, for me on this rewatch. Moon Knight, I think, is still great. It's definitely one of the better of these Disney Plus shows. Thor: Love and Thunder. Thunder, Love and Thunder. Thor, Love and Thunder, Thunder. Yeah, I'm putting in the B+ minus category. And yeah, I definitely got down a bit on this movie on this rewatch. So I don't actually think it's as terrible as something. You have to be. Yeah, Taika Waititi really went too far in this movie in terms of the humor, the screaming goats, like, why? And the way they tried to make Thor just dumb just to make prop up Jane Foster. Again, why? Well, this definitely is the best aspect of that character. It's like, again, why? And why would you cast Christian Bale, an incredibly talented actor who definitely is the best part of this movie, not giving him screen time, and having him be in a movie that's just so goofy and him being like so broody, like, what? You can tell it's basically the biggest problem in this movie, honestly, and there are never some moments where like, really? What? And there's still enough joyful, charming fun to be had in this movie to where I can still watch it, but yeah, it definitely doesn't reach any close to the highs of Thor Ragnarok or even the Thor movie. Yeah, this was definitely a big disappointment, that's for sure. Now we get to another show, and that is Miss Marvel, which I'm also putting in the Great 5 category. And it definitely goes with some weird directions in episodes 3, 4, and 5, honestly, but I think there's still enough enjoyment and fun to have those portions where I still enjoy it. I think episode 1 and 2 and 6 I think are fantastic. I wish to kind of go one more into that, but thankfully the storytelling, the lore, and Amy Valent's, I apologize to pronounce names, performance as the character really elevates the material and makes it just a very charming, lighthearted, and fun show. And I do hope, and I'm excited to see what they do bring more Miss Marvel in the later MCU. And now we get to the first of two specials. Specials! That is Werewolf by Night. And yeah, well, that's going in the high stakes category. Probably the bottom of that category, but because it's definitely special, but it's still fantastic. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's just going to be like a one-off thing in the MCU, but for one-off, they deliver. They deliver the scares, they deliver the thrills, they deliver an interesting story. It's just film, especially that knows what it is, and delivers. And then we get to She-Hulk and Attorney at Law. You have the first and the worst in the MCU. Yeah, and and now here's the thing. I don't think She-Hulk Attorney at Law is a bad show. I don't think it's a terrible show. I don't think it's not like terrible, something it has to be. But on this recent rewatch, my opinion did go down a lot on this rewatch. To I'm not just thinking of it honestly. Like, I'm like that funny in some areas. Like, I'm not too jumped on the characters, but the performances of the cast. Honestly, like, the show basically is like a sitcom in the MCU, but I don't think it works that very well. You get some of the most questionable WTF moments in the MCU. I don't like how they develop Hulk throughout the show and how they utilized him throughout the show. Again, the finale is definitely interesting and hilarious. Definitely the best part of the season. I definitely like the Daredevil episode as well. Like, there's still fun behind this show, but yeah, definitely a show I don't see myself coming back to. Sorry. And then we get to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever. And I'm putting this in the high stakes category. Again, it's probably one of those movies that was close to making it to the actual top 10, but yeah, after a few watches, I still love Wakanda Forever. I think it is a fantastic movie that not only proves some of the aspects I didn't like from the first movie, like the CGI, and despite being done like a bad hand, this movie, I really liked a lot of directions it goes for. I like a lot of the different emotional takes that it goes for throughout the movie, and I think it's placed very well. Namor is a great villain. You get a lot of back and forth throughout the movie. I like the arcs the characters go through. Angela Bassett is fantastic, and Lisa Wright is also great. Like, I like a lot of they go for a lot of these supporting characters as well, and how they really bring them more to light than ever. It's a and for the opening scenes alone, I cried. I cried in the opening minutes alone. Again, like the first one, it's definitely one of the most mature movies, and I'm definitely excited to see what they do with these characters in other movies. Now we get to the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Finally seen a lot of these Guardians, honestly. I mean, this season, Love Thunder, but they're more cameo, so I'm not recounting that. And this is definitely the hot. The thing that's going to be in the top of the high stakes tier. Because I do think this is a fantastic special that I'm looking to be watching like every Christmas season. Because I mean, first time with the Guardians, but I had a big grin on my face throughout. I couldn't help but smiling throughout the runtime. Honestly, seeing a lot of characters, seeing a lot of revelations and hearts, like I just couldn't help but just have a big grin on my face throughout, and I like can't make enough to easily see as a show in this movie, in this special. I love the ending of the movie. It's just what I love about Guardians. It's here. I am good. I am. I am good. I am good. I am good. I am good in the B, in the good job category. And again, there's not much I really say about these shorts. Honestly, they're just I probably would put both seasons in these tier because it's just simple shorts that are just cute, charming, and that's what they're for. And we got like 3 movies and 2 shows to talk about. Hope you all enjoying this tier list so far. Let me know. Again, I will leave the template to this tier list down below in the comment section so you guys can do your tier list. So, hope you enjoy. Now let's talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which I'm putting in good job category. But probably I would say it's a beyond landing probably I think this probably would be the lowest movie in this category, but yeah, I obviously still enjoy this movie. I'll probably rewatch again. Definitely gone down a bit on this rewatch because I definitely knows a lot of the flaws, the fact that a lot of the kids don't have much arcs, the fact that Wasp feels like an afterthought in her own movie, the fact that you get some very frustrating moments, and it's probably I really enjoyed Kang here, the fact that how he gets beaten, it was just like, really? And Meldoc, really? Really? But I do like a lot of the space aspects, I think that the performances are still great, you get some really fun moments, some really good action set pieces. There's still a lot of fun to be had. This movie, I don't think it's like a disaster some make it out to be. Like I said, I don't think this movie to be like one of the worst movies ever. Like, I don't think it's that bad. I obviously don't see why people like it though, honestly. I feel like I still enjoy it, but it's definitely a disappointment compared to the other 2 anime movies, and this obviously being filmed in certain quantum realms, like, it could have been so much better. Now we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And yeah, like the first 2 comic movies, I'm putting this in the Super Kid category. And it's definitely one of these few shows that will be in that category, but Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I'm saying Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is my favorite movie of the year so far. Like, this movie, in my opinion, is the best of the MCU. It's the best of the Guardians movies, and definitely one of the best MCU movies come out in a while, honestly. Like, and the way it concludes this trilogy, includes a lot of these arcs of these characters, and makes some effort of the other Guardians movies so much more impactful than they already were. I couldn't help but have a big grin on my face throughout the entire runtime, and the way it balances a lot of these characters is great, the humor is great, the emotions is great, like, the soundtrack is great, the way it has the Rocket's backstory is fantastic. Basically it's Rocket's movie, and this already confirms why he is the best MCU character, or why the best Guardians character. So, everything 11 Guardians movies are still here. And yeah, it's by far the best movie I've seen in 23 still, honestly. And my recent watch can't confirm that being the best of this franchise, at this Guardians of the Galaxy universe. Again, this movie continues to get better the more I think about it. But now we have 3 more movies and shows to talk about. Now we get to Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion! Secret Invasion! Yep, I am putting Secret Invasion the worst of the MCU. In fact, this is probably the worst thing to come out of the MCU in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to ruffle any feathers by saying that, honestly, because it doesn't show that I think it's gotten the biggest drop on my rewatch. one of the shows I think had a really great premiere, but everybody else, the show just falls apart in terms of how it ends the characters, the story, how it makes one character basically feel like the strongest character ever, like the most OP character ever, like insane. But not that the story is just great, just not that fun. The characters aren't that interesting. The scrolls aren't that interesting. Like they don't do much interesting stuff with these characters. They're just kind of dull. Or they don't really do anything interesting with a lot of the characters throughout. Like again, this is one of the shows I'm excited for the most, so it's fortunate to end up being disappointments. But I'll get to two of the most recent ones that came out the last couple weeks. First up, we have The Marvels, which is said to be the lowest film grossing movie in the MCU. Again, I know someone gonna say, "Oh, you just hate men, you just hate women." When honestly, like women don't get any box office. You just like when men do it and all that stuff. Like again, still another day. And again, like Captain Marvel, it's forgettable. Honestly, like not the worst movie in the world. Honestly, it feels like one of those things where I feel like this movie should have been a TV show, or it should have been a lot longer. Well, the show was more stuff established and other stuff before this movie. Cause it feels like it's like 3 or 5 different movies at once, honestly. Anyways, the chemistry that is fun behind with the visual effects, with the back and forth between these actresses, and again, Miss Bond will easily steal the show again here. The story is just not that interesting. It has probably now debatably the most. And also not has in debate probably the most uninteresting villain in the MCU. Like it's, I know we have a villain that would debate with Malekith as the most forgettable and bland MCU villain, but I mean how it's so bland I don't even remember the villain's name honestly. That's how forgettable the villain is. And again, it was just forgettable. That's all I can say. And now we have Loki Season 2. Loki Season 2. Yeah. Loki Season 2. Yep, Loki Season 2 is now finished off the top 10. And no, they might actually get higher the more I think about it, but it turned out, this is a show that really took every great element of the first movie, of the first season, and somehow amplified that, created a lot more emotion, how it develops Loki's arc and character throughout the show is fantastic. This is easily the best thing that Tom Hiddleston has done as this character, which is really saying something. The way he develops a lot of these characters, a lot of the themes, a lot of the emotion. He also gets some really great humor, so go back and forth, but the way he develops these characters is just like this is why I love the MCU, how the MCU can do when it's at its best. Honestly, so even despite the fact that it's kind of downhill, some of that can prove like, hey, the MCU can put out really quality good stuff. Okay, well that is my tier list ranking of all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. There we go. Again, here's how I rank all of them. Basically, 46 would be Secret Invasion, 45 would be She-Hulk Attorney Law, 44 for Dark World, 43 The Marvels, 42 Captain Marvel, 41 Thor Love and Thunder, 40 Falcon and Winter Soldier, 39 Ant-Man Lost Quantumania, 38 Iron Man Groot, 37 Iron Man 2, 36 What If Season 1, 35 Eternals, 34 Doctor Strange, 33 Incredible Hulk, 32 Black Widow, 31 Ant-Man Wasp, 30 Thor, Ant-Man 29, WandaVision 28, 27 Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness, 26 Black Panther, 25 Moon Knight, 24 Miss Marvel, 23 Avengers Age of Ultron, 22 Iron Man 3, 21 Spider-Man Homecoming, 20 Captain America First Avenger, 19 Spider-Man Far From Home, 18 Werewolf by Night, 17 Shang-Chi and Legends of the Rings, 16 Hawkeye, 15 Loki Season 1, 14 Thor Ragnarok, 13 Iron Man, 12 Black Panther Wakanda Forever, 11 Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Now we get the actual top 10. Number 10, The Avengers. Number 9, Loki Season 2, though it could have potential to go higher honestly the more I think about it, but I think number 9 is a good spot for this show right now. Number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 7, Captain America Winter Soldier. Number 6, Guardians of the Galaxy, the original. Number 5, Captain America Civil War. Number 4, Avengers Infinity War. Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Number 2, Spider-Man No Way Home. And number 1, Avengers Endgame. That, my friends, is my ranking for all of the MCU movies and shows. I hope you all enjoyed this tier list. Again, let me know what would be your rank all these shows down below. Again, I will leave a template of the tier list that will be linked down below in the description, so you guys can enjoy that. I am Samuel World from Samuel Possessions. I will see you next time. As always, stay cool, everybody. Peace.